Hello and welcome to the Dick Campbell Gym, where it is girls varsity volleyball here tonight. The Downers Grove South Mustangs will take on the York Dukes here in Elmhurst. I'm Griffin. Hanna. Joined alongside me is John Finucane. John, what can you expect to see tonight?
I mean, I will say Downers Grove has played a lot less games than York. Well, about only five less games, but they're close in comparison. York is 19-5 and Downers Grove is 18-8. So a little close in games. But I mean, two very high-rated teams on the polls. So I'm kind of curious who's going to win this one. I usually have a pick of, York's going to win or it's going to be a tough battle, but this might be a lightsaber fight out here.
As always, you said you typically have a pick, and YSN pick is always the Dukes.
It is always the Dukes. Sometimes it's more of like this is going to be a battle. This is a good game. Stick around, guys. But this, I'm shrugging my shoulders. I'm putting my hands up in the sky, and I'm saying, I don't know. Is John Finucane falling off his picks now, Griffin?
Who knows?
Is he fading?
I don't know. John Finucane might be fading.
Investigative reporter John Finucane is fading. That's his next investigation. Why is he fading? Let's see who wins the race to the net. Maybe that's who wins the game.
It's more popular in the men's game, but it's always fun to see.
Oh, who's gonna?
Not as much, and DGS gets there first, which it's much more popular in the men's game.
I never knew that.
So I played my freshman year, and it's a weird thing. The people at the front of the line for the handshakes will bum rush the net. In the girls' game, it's not as common. Some teams will do it, but majority don't, usually, as we saw there.
It also depends who leads, because sometimes some of the girls that play club on here, like you'll see them do a little touch, like, oh, I did it. But other times, some of them, they're just like shrug off. That might be enough of the randomness, Griffin. We're going to get into this game so far. DGN obviously coming out with some energy, as you can hear.
The Dukes coming off a senior night victory where they played no underclassmen. Tonight's very much a different look, as no one on the bench has a warm-up jacket on, and the starting lineup consists of only 3 seniors and 3 underclassmen. Soon to be 4, with the middle switch libero coming in is Lila Bennis. She is only a sophomore and already her second year on this varsity team. John, tell us more.
I mean, when I started here at YSN, she was a freshman playing on varsity here. Definitely an incredible character you see out there. She puts in the work. She puts in the dedication. It's not just skilled. She's in the weight room every day, I feel like.
Eileen Carroll set to serve here for the Dukes. DGS bench getting loud. Carroll floats this one over. Overpass there, and Bailey sends that one right back.
And that's a nice way to open this. Definitely just like an incredible way to place that ball. A little tough tip, and already made her fall for it. So
Eileen Carroll goes right back at that right side. Number 4, big swing. Bennis is there. Number 1, back to 4. Ball is still up, but they call the double there. Number 9, Jada Dixon, the outside hitter, gets the kill.
Yeah, that's a difficult placed ball for any player to get to. I mean, she put a good effort in to try to get it, brought it back up, but I guess the ref saw it was down, so he called it.
Back to serve, Naya Mincheva for DGS. Day, Brathen. Stepanik can't fight it through the block there, and DGS bench springs out of their seats.
Yeah, I mean, Griffin, usually we're calling the Great Wall of China for York, but now it's looking like DGN's got their own wall.
Mincheva, the setter, back to serve. Carroll, Stepanik out of system ball. Free ball from Lila Bennis. DGS has a chance here. Cheva. Big swing there from number 9, Jada Dixon.
Yeah, just dropped perfectly before the line. Thought that one was going to go out. Everybody reacted like it was going to go out. Just dropped amazingly.
Mincheva going on a little bit of a serving streak here, looking to get her 3rd point in this serve. Overpass there. Lila Bennis on the read.
And that's going to be another one that just goes out, but this time it's true. It did go out.
In comes Timberwilk Faley to the bench. Bennis back to serve. Lila Bennis says, anything you can do, I can do better, and sends that one out the back line as well.
Yeah, we always talk about that strength problem. Look like it's coming and creeping back in. Thought we solved it a couple weeks ago, but it's creeping back.
Jada Dixon goes right at Carroll, but she's got it. And Brathen called for being under the net there. Jumped a little bit too close to that net and landed under.
Definitely a lot of interesting calls that I still don't understand in the game of volleyball.
Jada Dixon still serving. Carroll. Brathen. Stepping it, tips. Libero's there. Mincheva. This time to 12. Carroll digs that one. Day trying to get through the block, but DGS is there. Day once again. This time roll shot. Great hustle there by the libero, number 12, Keegan O'Keefe, but point goes to the Dukes there. In comes Ariella Villatoro-Navarez. Out goes Madeline Brathen. Out goes Taylor Stepanek. In comes Amalia Toliopoulos.
Toliopoulos is back from that hip injury that she had prior to senior night.
Back to serve for the Dukes. And she gets the ace there.
Yeah, wow, just a feat of athleticism from her. I mean, coming right off the bench, right after a nice senior night win, and just get that ace.
Toliopoulos once again back to serve for the Dukes. Floats it over, goes right back at the libero again. Mincheva, this time to the middle. Toliopoulos pops that one up. Villatoro-Navarez roll shot. Mincheva going to the right side. Toliopoulos is there. Lila Bennis out of system ball. Ariella Villatoro-Navarez gets the kill.
Yeah, she's absolutely hyped after that one. I mean, I thought it was going to be a little too much power, but she put just enough just for it to lay right in front of their hands.
DGS JV squad getting loud. 12. Mincheva. Big block there from the Dukes. Mincheva. Back row attack now for Dixon. Toliopoulos is there. Bennis. Day punches it over. Dixon. Mincheva. The right side. Too much power there. But it was called tip at the net. Number 14, Jennifer Curran gets the kill. 18, Zoe Grams to the bench. And I cannot see the number who just came in. Back to serve for the Dukes, Keegan O'Keefe. Day, Toliopoulos. And Toliopoulos gets called for going under the net there.
Looking like the ref's got his eyes on that line, really.
Now the second time the Dukes have been called. Got to brain those passes in. Bennis, this time, three-point pass there. And Villatoro-Navarez is unable to fight through the block. And the Dick Campbell gym is rocking, but for DGS.
Yeah, I know. Usually it's rocking for York. That wall that DGS has had in that front line has been really hard for York to get through.
Bennis with another three-point pass. Day! Bounces off the net there. O'Keefe, 14.
There's going to be
Jennifer Curran doing some trigonometry there to get that angle.
I like that call, but just a bad read from Carroll. Thought that one was going to go out, but it just dropped again perfectly.
O'Keefe. Day. Toliopoulos dumps. O'Keefe is there. Mincheva. Curran goes right at Bennis. Coach P might have to think about calling a timeout soon before this serving streak gets out of hand.
I think that's him doing it right now. I see the T symbol.
And there he goes. He does call a timeout. John, what do you think he's talking about?
I think he's got to figure out a game plan for that wall. Those front two players of DGS do not remember numbers or names, but they have been absolutely holding this York offense in any play possible. There's blocks off blocks on blocks that have not been able to get through. Usually York has that strong power to get through those blocks, but something's different. They might have cement through those fingers, I will not lie. So I think P's going to talk about what he can do, what they can do better. He might have liked what Toliopoulos did with that little fake that she did. That freaked him out a little bit, so I think just run that as much as you can until they figure out a stop for that.
DGS coming out of the timeout much quicker than the Dukes did.
I mean, they're on a roll, Griffin. Is there really anything to talk about other than, like, what are you guys going to have for dinner later?
I bet you it was a really just motivational keep it up, you know. O'Keefe goes right at Carroll, but she's there. Day tips it over. O'Keefe, Mincheva, back row attack for Dixon. Toliopoulos, unfortunate moment there as it touched the basketball hoop way up in the rafters, which if it touches the hoop and it stays on the same side, it is still in play. If it touches anything up in the rafters but goes over the net, the play is called dead.
Yeah, that's what I thought before. That was the little spiel that they had.
Day from the right side, and she gets the call there. They called it tipped. DGS bench has something else to say, and Dukes keep this lead to a 5-point lead. Katie Day back to serve.
They had to check with the ref, make sure that she got that point.
Day goes right at 13. Mincheva to the middle. Bennis is there. Toliopoulos. Viatoro Navarez lays the hammer there, dropping it right in front of Dixon.
You know, every game that I commentate for volleyball, I think, hey, maybe I could do this. You know, maybe I could be good. And then I see plays like that, the absolute power behind a hand, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stay up here.
Katie Day. Mincheva goes to Kurin. Bennis hits the floor. Ball is still alive. Mincheva, this time to 13. It's blocked. Reese Timmerwilk sending back the swing.
Looks like that Great Wall of China is getting fixed over here. Toliopoulos and Timberwolf are back.
Day floats this one over. O'Keefe takes the out-of-system ball. Kuran. Toliopoulos is there. Viator Navarez roll shot. Mincheva back row attack for Dixon. And DGS with the point there. And subs coming in here, number 10. We do not have rostered.
Yeah, no roster. Starts at 9, then ends at 11 for that spot.
Number 10 serves into the net there. DGS definitely has a much larger bench than the Dukes, as we can tell by looking at the roster here.
It's 2 pages for us.
2 pages. Ellie Kehoe back to serve for the Dukes. Reese Timmerwilk gets a well-deserved rest. Number 10 oversets it there. Dukes point.
Yeah, I mean, they both copped up expecting it to go over, but it did not.
Kehoe goes right at O'Keefe. 10 sets Kurin. O'Keefe. 10. Kurin again. And out called there. Dukes retain the point, and now it's only a 1-point lead for the team. O'Keefe. 10. This time going to Kurin. Great job there by Carroll. Just keep the ball alive. 10 going with the middle. Kehoe's there. Toliopoulos trying to dig it out of the net there, but unable to keep it alive. For those confused, there are 2 Currans, the Curran sisters. Lauren Curran at the outside, Jennifer Curran at the middle right side.
Same grade?
No, 1 year difference. Lauren is older by a year.
So then I would have said the twins, but no, they are just sisters.
Sydney Dalton back to serve. Day. Toliopoulos. Faley. Bennis hits the floor. Free ball over. 15. 10. Goes out to Dixon. Blocked by Dukes. Dixon. Free ball. Viator Navarez. Toliopoulos. Faley. O'Keefe overpass there. Great read by Viator Navarez to call that one out.
You know, I never want to call myself right, but I'm thinking that Mr. P heard what I was saying up here during that timeout. Those lighter hits is what worked, fixed the wall that they need, and I mean, fix a little bit of the power. Maybe I could be a coach.
Griffin back to serve for the Dukes. 10, sets the right side, but ball is still alive. Carroll, just too much power there, number 15. Ciara Stewart gets the kill.
Yeah, just an awkward spot to hit that ball over. Can't blame her for that one.
Levin with the serve there. Brathen looking for Carroll. Stewart keeps it up there. Dixon, Day. Faley tips it over. Great awareness there. Dixon once again swings. Lila Bennis is there. Brathen goes to Carroll. She tips it, and she gets it right over the DGS block for the point.
Those tips are becoming deadly here, Griffin. I think DGS is going to have to take a timeout here, talk about what they can do to fix it. I mean, they were pretty holding the lead here in the beginning, and now it's tie.
Carroll, 10. Stewart. Popped up from the block. Brathen goes to Faley. Faley pushes, but she's going to get called on the hold there. Looks like she did reach behind and rather push that ball than swing it, resulting in the hold call there. 2-point lead for DGS.
Griffin, you're going to have to tell me what that call was after the break. I have no clue what that rule is.
Bennis. Brathen. Carroll, back row attack. O'Keefe going to Curran. Bettis is there. Carroll sets Day. Day, roll shot. Goes right at 4. It's still live. Mincheva goes to Dixon, and she gets the kill there. Dixon coming in as Ciara Stewart goes to the bench.
A lot of power out of that shot.
Naya Mincheva in to serve for DGS. Serves into the net there. Dukes get the point. Out goes Audrey Faley. In comes Reese Timmerwilk. Lila Bennis back to serve.
That 7th member of the court is really hurting them right now.
Bennis goes right at O'Keefe. Mincheva. Great job there by Curran to push it over, but Day hit the ground there. O'Keefe. Dixon. Free ball. Day. Brathen. Day! Blocked by, as you said, John, that 7th player on the court. The net with the stuff.
That net was absolutely playing lockdown defense. I mean, we got to do what the York football players do, the little no-fly zone over here.
Dixon back to serve for DGS. Goes right at Carroll. She receives it well. Day, roll shot, but O'Keefe's there. Mincheva dumps. Day, it's alive! But it drops eventually. Great hustle there by Day and Brathen to try to keep it alive there.
Was very close to keeping that one just a little bit more alive.
Jada Dixon back at Carroll. Great pass there. Day pushes it through the block. Gets the kill. Katie Day.
Day's been having a day today. How many days was that? But just a lot of power from a lot of her shots. Some little tip-over kills that just went perfectly. She's having a day.
Brathen and Stepanek to the bench. Viator Navarez and Toliopoulos in for the Dukes. Toliopoulos is back to serve. So set is dead. Toliopoulos goes right at O'Keefe. Back row attack here for Dixon. Too much power there. Great read by the Dukes back line.
Yeah, getting a lot better. I think this Dukes team, not a second half team, but more of a we need to have a couple mistakes to get better kind of team, you know?
Toliopoulos. O'Keefe. Mincheva. Free ball there from 18. Toliopoulos. Day. Middle slide. Mincheva. O'Keefe. Curran. Carroll. Incredible to keep that one alive. Toliopoulos just free balls it over. Mincheva. Curran again. And Curran gets the kill there. ruining the highlight for Eileen Carroll.
Yeah, where did that come from? I mean, wow. If there was a player in front of that ball, smooth off, Griffin. Wow.
Lucky Carroll still has her platform to play with, as that ball was hot. O'Keefe. And the 7th player, the net, gets another block. This net is playing out of its mind.
This net is absolutely playing out of its mind. About to get a UAV.
Katie Day. Curran. Viator Navarez keeps it alive. Bennis out of system ball to Carroll. Carroll. Too much power there. And as you said, John, this Dukes team having a little struggles in this later half of the season, as problems they thought they worked out over summer are coming back up. And as you saw there, power range has been an issue.
Yeah, we've talked about it since even last year. I don't know what happened. Maybe P's given him some supplements, but you never know.
Number 10 in the game. We apologize for not having her rostered. 2. O'Keefe. Toliopoulos looking like a FIFA star, trying to kick that one back alive. Kiara Stewart with the kill there. Number 10 back to serve for DGS. 4 points away. And once again, the net gets a block.
Just gonna, Ellie Kehoe's gonna come in for Reese Timberwolf here.
Faley goes to the front, so no libero here as Lila Bennis goes to the bench. Kehoe goes right at O'Keefe. 10 to Curran, blocked by the Dukes.
I was about to say, Griffin, that shallower defense that they have now incorporated might pay off, and it definitely did in that time. Had nobody back there to get the ball back in.
Kehoe once again to serve for the Dukes. 10. Looking for Curran. Kehoe unable to keep her platform straight. Middle switch will bring back Lila Bennis.
Only holding a 3-point lead. Like I said earlier, this is going to be an absolute battle, and it's been nothing less than just a war.
Sydney Dalton back to serve for DGS. And once again, this net going crazy. Another block.
Another block. I mean, we sound excited, but you should hear the Nets fans in here, man. I mean, the mic isn't even picking them up. That's how loud they're screaming.
Stepanek and Brathen come back in. Viatorio, Navarez, and Toliopoulos to the bench. Brathen goes right at Dalton. Stewart can't get through the Duke's block. 10 this time, going to Dixon. And once again, the block there. Taylor Stepanek, looking like her older brother, sending that one back at the net.
Yeah, and both Stepaneks are in the building, Jim and Hunter.
It's a family affair here in the Dick Campbell Gym. And once again, the net
goes against the Dukes.
The net might be the MVP of this set.
I will say.
The amount of points the net is putting up is maybe a Dick Campbell Gym record.
Yeah, it's averaging 40.
Timeout York here. Interesting call by Coach P.
I mean, it is a close game, Griffin.
It is a very close game, but he's used both timeouts. Well, GTS hasn't used a single one yet. And although they've never trailed in this game, it's gotten to points where I thought they would have called a timeout. Yeah, when that initial 5-point lead shrunk down to a 2-point lead as it is now, I'm surprised we didn't see a timeout.
Yeah, you know, Griffin, I will say, like I talked about, that first timeout, P's going to tell his girls, those little tip overs, those are working, so why don't we just keep using those? And then they did that. They fixed how their blocks have been. Those are both working very well. Shrunk the lead down from 5 to now 2. But DGS has been a little bit more conservative with their timeouts. I don't know if they don't just use them, but they're not gonna roll over. So there's been some times where maybe there could have been a game plan change, and now they're gonna hold their timeout for a little longer than York's and come out here and maybe make a change to some plays here.
Dick Campbell Gym has been loud so far. It seems like it's been louder for DGS, as I believe I feel like their sophomore team's showing up more.
Yeah.
We need more out of this Dukes.
I mean,
underclassmen teams.
You got to see the parking lot. There's a lot of cars out there.
Day. Brathen. Faley almost gets the kill there, but 10 extends. Dixon goes right at Day. She digs it. Bennis out of system ball to Carroll. And they're calling for a tip. And no call there. DGS seems like they're getting a break here as number 3, Leah Baylock. Leah Baylock. Bennis. Brathen. Faley tips it over. They called that a pancake? Day. Brathen. Stepanek. Dixon ends this first set after 2 controversial calls. Yeah. DGS takes the first set 25-21. John, what do you think?
I wish there was a camera on me because I'm pulling out my collar right now. I don't know what is happening. The pancake call and the tip call, I clearly saw it get tipped. But, you know, I'm not a ref. I will never be a ref. They do incredible jobs. But there was 2 calls there that could have changed the pace for York. And I'm not saying you got to be biased with York because York is the best. But and it's just so unfortunate that now Mr. P will not be able to do burns out in the parking lot after a 2-set win.
With that, we will take a short step aside. You are watching York Sports Network. Hello and welcome back here to the Dick Campbell Gym, where it is girls varsity volleyball second set action. The Dukes losing in heartbreaking fashion to the DGS Mustangs after 2 somewhat controversial calls. The first one coming on a block that seemed to be tipped, but they called no tip and out there. And then a pancake, which personally I believe that hit the floor.
Yeah, we talked about it at break. We both think it hit floor. We did not use our replay machine, even though we have the state-of-the-art replay machine. We should have plugged it in and done that, but we did not. So we're just going to let that call slide. We know what our Lady Dukes can do, and we know they can come back with this one.
One day the YSN stream will be used as a replay to overturn a call. Faley looking for vengeance there.
coming out swinging.
Taking the decision out of the ref's hands and saying, you know what, this is our game, we're going to win it.
I mean, absolute just a power move from her.
Bennis, back to serve for the Dukes, goes right at Dixon. Mincheva, Faley, or Timberwell. I apologize. Bennis, Day, Carroll, free ball. Curran, O'Keefe. Free ball there from Curran, and once again, the net with another block.
What is that on the night tonight? 6? 7?
I believe it is more than 7.
Not the best at counting here, Griffin, but...
O'Keefe, Mincheva, Curran, way out there. The Curran sisters, they're strong, and they've put down a couple swings that almost took a Duke's head off, but you know what? That one a little too strong.
Yeah, a little just...
Bennis goes right at Curran. Mincheva, Dixon. Bennis is there. Brathen, Day, roll shot. Gets the kill there, dropping it right in front of O'Keefe.
Yeah, just right in the breadbasket almost. Maybe more of like the hoodie pocket.
Lila Bennis still serving for the Dukes. Curran, Dixon, free ball from Curran. Bennis, Brathen, Day! Mincheva's there, out of system ball for O'Keefe. Dixon, Carroll's there. Brathen, Day! Unable to fight through that DGS block. It gave him troubles in the first set, and it's looking to do the same here.
Yeah, almost shaking them up here, but they do now have the lead.
Jada Dixon. Back to serve for DGS, and as you said, John, this 3-point lead is the first time they've led all game. Stepanek goes right at Mincheva, but she's there. Out of system ball to O'Keefe. Curran, big swing. Carroll's there. Brathen. Stepanek called out there. Very close.
Yeah, just a matter of seconds from hand to ball would have changed that decision.
Dixon still into serve. Day unable to get her platform high enough, and this Duke's lead has shrunk down to 1.
Yeah, had it at 3. Now it's going to be 1, but now that they know they can control and hold a lead for a semi-bit, maybe that'll take them into the second set.
Dixon, Carroll this time unable to get their platform high enough.
Now it's going to be a tied game here, Griffin. I don't know what the next move here is going to be for York. They might just keep attacking that one spot.
That 5-6 seam proving to be deadly here. If I'm Coach P, you got to tell your girls, either take a step back and use your platform or step forward and use your hands. This time she goes at Bennis and she uses her platform. And just a little bit too low of a set there. And we got a tie ball game.
It's not tied. They're ahead.
I apologize.
It was a tie last time.
I was thinking Mr. Dowdy was moving pretty quick behind that scores table, but I was mistaken. They are up. Stepanek gets the kill there as she fights through the block and it's knocked out. Ariella Villatoro Navarez in. Out goes Madeline Brathen. Taylor Stepanek goes out. In comes Amalia Toliopoulos. Toliopoulos to serve. So she is in the back row. So set is technically dead, but Toliopoulos is known to maybe dump a ball over from behind the 10-foot line.
Yeah.
Toliopoulos goes right at number 3. Mincheva to Curran. And Villatoro Navarez just a little bit late there. DGS kill.
Yeah, again, matter of seconds in this ball game here. And they were tied earlier. I meant to say that, Griffin. They were tied.
O'Keefe. Keegan O'Keefe goes right at Bennis. Ball is still alive. And it looks like roll shot there from Villatoro Navarez. Great job to keep that one alive. Big swing there from Curran, but Bennis is there. Toliopoulos. Villatoro Navarez. It's still up. Day from the right side. Keegan O'Keefe keeps it alive. Curran. Carroll. Toliopoulos dumps. O'Keefe. Mincheva. And number 11 gets the kill there. Claire Cushing. And that exciting rally.
Yeah, definitely a long-awaited rally there. A lot of different things that were shown from York. The power, the little tips, the little plays, the blocks they have.
O'Keefe goes right at Carroll. Toliopoulos in failure to communicate there. Coach P will call a timeout as that back row couldn't decide who was taking that free ball. And he's visibly upset.
Yeah, I mean, that's no look for any team to have, especially one that held a lead earlier in this game. Now down a set. I don't think they've been down a set since what? Like beginning of October?
Home at least.
Yes. Home at least. For us, home at least. They've had losses on the road. But
with that, we will take a short step aside. You are watching York Sports Network. Hello and welcome back to the Dick Campbell Gym, where the Dukes trail 5-8 against the DGS Mustangs. Here in the second set, losing the first set by 4. I'm Griffin Hanna, joined alongside me is John Finucane.
And I'm a step farther away from you, Griffin.
He is. John Finucane readjusted in that last timeout. Carroll, Toliopoulos, via Tornaveras, goes at O'Keefe, but it's still alive. Mincheva looking for Curran. And she gets the kill there, fights through the York block.
That was a little tough. I thought that one went over the line, but I guess not. The reflection from that nice scores table kind of made it hard to see the gray line.
That's a bright scores table.
I know, I just realized how bright it is until now.
Toliopoulos, slide! Ooh, and Timmerwilk gets the kill. Slide to the left, slide to the right.
Bring it back now, y'all.
One hop this time.
One hop. Yeah, I mean, absolutely just a cha-cha slide of moves to get that point there.
Day back to serve now for the Dukes, looking to close this 3-point deficit. Curran, Mincheva goes to Curran. Timberwolk, Toliopoulos sets Carroll, pushes through the DGS block, and gets the kill.
Oh, and the chest bumps are going, Griffin. We have brought back the little emotes.
Katie Day gets the ace there. Nobody called seam, and they're doing the sexy Dexy.
Oh, last week our investigative reporter John Finucane, he went down and talked to the girls, figured out what every single little emote meant.
Curran goes right at Bennis, and she scores! Lila Bennis, three-pointer!
That one goes right through the hoop. That's the 3 points. I don't know why they didn't give it to her.
I don't care that they lost the point.
No.
Lila Bennis is the leading scorer for the girls' basketball team at the moment. They're a winner sport. But Lila Bennis has 3 points on the year already.
She is already stuffing the stat sheet right now, Griffin.
Bennis this time gets it to Toliopoulos. Carroll! Big kill there for Carroll. 1 point deficit now for the Dukes.
Yeah, very close game once again. York is going to try to make this one a leading comeback, I guess.
Kehoe back to serve for the Dukes. Curran, big swing. Kehoe's there. Toliopoulos. Carroll pushes and gets the refs are disagreeing. And DGS gets the point. Called on a lift there.
Oh. Mr. P is going to go over. Coach P is going to go over for some clarification, I guess.
Called on the lift there. Don't know who, what, when, where, or why, but Duke's called for it. Dayton goes at Day. And Faley gets the kill. Ball don't lie.
Now they're going to bring them back to the exact same, around the same lead that they had earlier. It's going to be a 1-point lead then off the confusion.
In comes Madeline Brathen and Taylor Stepanek. Out goes Toliopoulos and Villatoro Navarez.
A well-deserved rest.
Back to serve. Floats this one over. Goes right at Dayton. Faley makes DGS pay for the overpass there. Kiara Stewart getting nailed in the shoulder.
Yeah, just took it right to the teeth, and she's going to apologize. She just apologized to her. I watched it happen. That's kind friendship right there.
Sportsmanship there. Duke's winning on and off the court. But Dixon has something else to say.
She took that hit on Stewart a little too personal, looking like.
I believe I have 20/20 vision, but that ball was moving so fast, it looked like a blur.
Yeah, long shutter exposure for your photographers out there.
Shout out Henry Mead.
Shout out me.
In the net, another block.
Going wild.
This net is playing out of its mind.
This is net legacy game.
Hang it up in the rafters after. Carroll goes right at Dixon. 10. Stewart serves into the net there. Another block. Can anyone stop this net? It's taken over the game.
This net's going to get a scholarship from Penn State after this one.
Nebraska volleyball, #1 in the country, is calling for this net. Dixon. Stewart. And once again, the net!
This net might win this game.
This net might push it to 3 sets.
It might.
Carroll once again serving for the Dukes. 10 goes to Dixon. Bennis overpass there. Faley jousts. Ball's alive. Bradley hits the floor. Faley jousts again. Bennis. Day roll shot. Dixon. 10 going to Stewart. Stewart can't get through the block. Ball is still alive. 10 this time sets Dixon. Dixon. Ball is still up. Roll shot for Brathen. O'Keefe. 10. Stewart. Stewart ends the rally. She gets the kill there. DGS now only down 1 point and with the serve.
That was one of the longest sets of probably my entire life of watching volleyball.
I'm out of breath.
I was trying to contain myself for you.
Bennis hits the floor there. Day pushes, and she gets the kill. #4, Dayton, looking like she's playing dodgeball with the way she just missed it with her platform.
Yeah. Now York's going to have that 2-point lead. A little bigger than earlier, but maybe they take it to 3 sets, and then York wins, and then they do burn inside the parking lot.
Bennis serves it over. O'Keefe. She gets the kill. Lala Bennis with the ace.
Nice.
Uno, dos, tres. Ace, ace, ace.
Cuatro, cinco,
Seis.
seis.
Almost at it. Lila Bennis goes right back over to O'Keefe. Nincheva. Dixon. Ball is still live. Brathen. Day. Roll shot. Gets the kill. Dropping it right in that middle donut hole of the court. Timeout, DGS. That's their first timeout. John, what do you think the coaching staff is talking about?
I'm going to say this. I don't think DGS is playing too bad right now. They're playing very good, very considerate volleyball. You know, they know what to do. So what I'm looking at from the coach's little movements is they're talking about those tip shots. Those tip shots have really helped York, but you know what they need to fix? They need to do something about this net. This net is playing a glorious game out here.
This net is going to have to go up in the rafters. The jersey number is going to be retired. This net is playing the greatest game of volleyball we've ever seen.
You know when they cut off the nets of the basketball hoops
at the March Madness?
Yes.
They should do the same.
Yeah, but if the net is a person in this game, do you think it would hurt the net? If you cut the net, do you think it would hurt it?
The net's a piece of rope.
I know, but if we're calling it a person in this game, do you think it's going to be out?
So you're saying since it's a player,
Yes.
that makes it a person?
Yes.
I just disagree with that. I think if you can play the game and not be a person.
They don't put Lego bricks out there, you know? Put a Lego brick out there. Let's see what happens.
Lila Venice to serve for the Dukes. Sails it out there.
The ball's not a person, and it plays the game.
No, you play the game with the ball. So wait, this is...
We're going down a too deep rabbit hole. We need another timeout to talk about this, bro.
DM us at York Sports Network if you have an answer for this question.
Please do.
Ace there for number 9, Dixon.
Really hype getting out here. I mean, a bigger team, a little bigger audience, but still not enough.
Dixon. Carroll. Brathen. Day. And Day, that ball came off the block almost as fast as it came in, and then just stopped on a dime and dropped down on the court.
Yeah, Coach P was not too excited about seeing that one. I mean, nobody was back there to even try to save that.
Carroll, a little bit of an overpass. Brathen takes it out. Timberwolf. Mincheva, back row attack for Dixon. And they're going to call that in.
And the JV, one of the girls on JV is going to horseback ride the other. That was a very controversial call. What is that, now the third, fourth?
The third.
Third of the game.
Dukes against the world.
Yeah, it really is.
Dixon. This time they get the out call right. Ball don't lie. Investigative reporter John Finucane is going to have to get on this case.
Might have to talk to the refs. Well, no, it's not going to be at half anymore because this is second set. Unless it goes to third. Looking like it. Close. I mean, close game again, like that battle.
Toliopoulos to serve for the Dukes. Goes right at Dixon. Mincheva to Curran. And it drops right in that 116. And we have a tied game.
Tied ball game. I mean, like I said, it was going to be a battle, but looking like more of a war. And now it's just kind of coming to a standstill at a lot of points.
A day. Toliopoulos slide to Timberwolf. And it works. Duke's bench coming alive.
With the chest bumps.
Side out York. They're up 1. 6 points away from closing out this set. Curran. Timberwolf with the block. Reese Timberwolf sending that tip back.
Working some numbers over here.
Day. Curran hits the floor again. Mincheva. Free ball from Curran. Carroll. Toliopoulos. Timberwolf. Ball is still live. Free ball. Unable to crawl over that net. And once again, net with another block.
I mean, wow. Look at this. And now York is 5 away from closing this out, but DGS is down 6.
Only down 1, 6 away from winning.
Oh, down 1, 6 away from winning. That's what I meant.
And they have serve.
And
Number
they have serve.
10 back to serve. Once again, we apologize for not having her rostered. Bennis, Toliopoulos, Timberwolf. Dixon's there, 10, sets Curran. Curran pushes, Day keeps it alive. Toliopoulos, Carroll. Great read there by Dixon to keep it in. Curran punches it over, roll shot. Day, Toliopoulos. Ball is still up. Out of system ball goes to O'Keefe. Stewart! Big swing there, finds a hole in that 5-16. And once again, it's tied up at 20.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Pete trying to remain calm, knowing his girls got this, but at some points you see it come through where he's trying to give him some tough love.
Number 10 still back to serve. Looking to end this game in 2 sets. Day targeted there, and results up in the A says she wasn't able to extend that platform and just got the ball caught on her shoulder. Number 10, once again, with the serve for the Mustangs. Too much power there. And once again, we are tied.
Again, I mean, wow. And the volleyball team for JV is going to light up. Looks like Reese Timberwolf's going to come out. Kehoe's going to be in.
Bailey also comes in. Bennis to the bench as well. 10. Sets Curran and goes right at Toliopoulos. She had her platform there, but unable to turn it in. Kehoe to the bench. Bennis comes back in. 1 point lead for the Mustangs.
Toliopoulos a little disappointed in herself after that play. I mean, you could just see the anger with her.
Frustration as she knows that that was not her best.
You know, that's the best kind of improvement you need.
Dayton goes right at Carroll. Ball is still alive. Carroll back row attack. Number 10. This time sets Stewart. And ball is still up. Toliopoulos punches that one over. Dixon. They get the call. Dukes up 1. Or Dukes tie the game.
Still thinking Daddy's moving in 2x time, Griffin?
I am messing up when the scoreboard is changing.
The scoreboard is closer to us than anybody else, by the way. Just so you know.
Graffin serves it over. O'Keefe, 10. Tipped there by 11, and she gets the kill. Number 11, Claire Cushing. We haven't heard her name all too often, but when we do, it's in the biggest moments. And she's back to serve. 1 point lead for the Mustangs. 2 points away from winning in 2. And she serves out of bounds. Another tie ball game.
I've moved another step down. I'm getting closer and closer to this court. I'm so into this game right now, Griffin.
John's practically playing. Carroll goes right at Dixon. 10, sets Stewart. Stewart pushes and gets the kill, and looking like a ballerina, stays in front of the net. Doesn't go under. In comes Mencheva, in comes Curran, which is a bad sign for the Dukes as the Mustangs are in serve 1 with 1 point to go. John, how crucial is it for the Dukes to get this next point?
I don't even know if I have to say anything. You know, it's crucial that they get this next point because then they tie up, then they'll have serve as well, so then that could end the game. But if they allow DGS to get this next point, game's done. No burnouts at all. So what they need to do is, I'm talking like a coach here. They need to continue with those blocks. They've kind of been iffy on those blocks that have then led them to get control of the ball, but in very close-knit scenarios. We've seen how they draw out some of those plays there, but I think just improving your blocking is going to help a lot more. They're not having anybody back as far, so if the ball bounces super far back, they have no control.
When going for the block, it's crucial to have that shadow, but it's even more crucial to have that back row,
which DGN does not have, as I've been watching. I mean, we could see you got one player serving, another in the back row, and then the rest of the team is up close right there.
Mencheva back to serve, looking to close this game out in 2. She serves. Carroll. Brathen. Faley pushes. O'Keefe is there. Mencheva out to Curran. Curran goes at Carroll. Ball is up. Brathen. Day. Back row attack. Gets it to Dixon. Curran once again. Goes at Carroll. It's alive! But the Dukes unable to keep it up. DGS wins in 2 sets, taking the first set 25-21, second set 25-23. John, closing words.
Wow, that was just wow. I mean, I said it was going to be a battle, but I didn't think it was going to be this good of a battle. This was a war. This was a great game to watch. Fortunately, York is not able to do the burnouts in the parking lot like we expected of them, but they're going to take down this top-rated team. Like we talked about earlier, 18-5 to 19 and about 19 and 8. I think I'm messing up the numbers there, but York has played more games than DGS. So, I mean, I'm excited for them. This seems like a big win for them, so I'm going to let them have it. I'm going to start moving back to up.
Thank you to Johnny Scalzitti, Mateo Riviera, Luca DeSanto, joined alongside me is John Finucane. I've been Griffin Hanna. You've been watching York Sports Network.